Across the South Coast, live from Solent University, you're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, it's 3 o'clock. I'm Yuvraj and these are your Solent Sports News headlines. One day you are down, one day you are crowned. That's been the story of Indian women's cricket team in the World Cup. After a shaky start in the league stage, they rode back in the knockouts to win their first ever Cricket World Cup. Indian captain Harmanpreet Kaur got emotional, saying the gentleman game is now everyone's game. We have Parashar all the way from India with us to tell us how has it impacted the women of India after winning the World Cup, after winning the Cricket World Cup.
Hi, thank you, Raj, for having me here and to talk about this glorious moment. The day when Indian women's team won the World Cup sets the landmark day for the Indian sports. The Indian women's cricket team created history in Navi Mumbai, and that sets an example for many young women for that. And after a powerful 52-run win over South Africa, the horns must be blaring, the coffee shops were bustling, and the temperatures were soaring out. But for those who I guess fortunate enough to witness Harmanpreet Kaur lifting the trophy in front of the tens and thousands of adoring fans who turned the D.Y. Patil Stadium into a cheer of blue, that was something just mesmerizing. And it is not a normal day, of course. The emotions were overwhelming. You could see it in players' tears at the show, the crowd's roar, and every young girl watching at home. That wasn't just a victory, it was a release. Years of near misses, years of waiting, finally finding their movement. Even this isn't just a win for in India. It's like a festival. As people back in India, they're on the road celebrating like it's a Diwali for them, as a firecrackers bursting and the singing anthems for them. That's a huge part of the thing, that the huge respect that should be receiving. And as an Indian fan, to be honest, it's impossible not to remember the men's 2023 World Cup final. It was, of course, a heartbreak. The silence across the nations when that dream slipped away. But here we are, where this night, what women made was a wound, and this night felt like a healing. What the women delivered was more than a trophy. It was a belief. It was a proof that Indian cricket isn't defined by one team or one heartbreak. Also, Sachin Tendulkar mentioned, as he was present, the Master Blaster present once in the Navi Mumbai, and he also mentioned about calling this moment as 1983's moment for women's cricket, turning point, a sparkle for generations to come, and today the entire country stands a little taller and a little prouder. I guess that's a big moment to call out.
Thanks, Parashar. I'm sure it would surely revolutionize women's sport in India. Now, things are not keeping still at Southampton FC, pun intended. Saints hero Oriel Remu is set for a sensational return to St. Mary's as a free agent. The midfielder made over 250 appearances for the club between 2015 and 2022. It comes in the aftermath of Will Steele's sacking, with the Saints sitting 21st in the championship. Also, under-21's boss, Tonda Eckert, who stepped in as an interim manager, is now being considered for the role permanently. Lewis Browning from the Daily Mail wasn't surprised with the turn of events.
Yeah, I think it was expected that Will Steele would be sacked sooner or later. I think there were a few murmurs about it, and obviously it's not gone to plan since he took over in the summer. I think it's unfortunate because there were high hopes for him. Obviously, someone who started out as a bit of a meme, but over time mastered his craft in France and took the leap to come to England. And I think it was a nice first job for him. And, now he's going to have to almost go backwards to try and regain that if he does still want to make it in England. But I think it's really unfortunate. And we're getting to the point now where teams are almost starting to learn what they're going to be playing for a little bit. And Southampton are far away from where they want to be in terms of what they want to be playing for this season.
A Premier League footballer in his 20s has reportedly been threatened with a gun on a busy London street. According to reports, the incident involved a well-known agent who also represents an England international. Police are said to be investigating, though no arrests have been made. In the Women's Super League 2, Saints lose 3-2 at home to Nottingham Forest in a dramatic late turnaround by Charlie Willings. England's batting woes continue as they suffer a 3-0 ODI whitewash in New Zealand ahead of a huge winter in Australia. That's all from us for this hour. I'll be back in an hour with our final show of the day. Thanks.